All right, so yeah, we're recording. So we're just kind of talking, and
Episode 2.
yeah. So welcome back to the HardHeaded Productions podcast. This is now episode 2. I hate when I say I did that a bunch last week, and I need to stop doing it.
Okay.
So yeah,
You're the host.
I'm John,
I'm Brandon.
and let's see. We're gonna get right into it here. Last week we kind of finished on sports talk,
Yep.
and we're leading into the Super Bowl.
Yes. And
Which was the greatest game, no matter whether it was a Super Bowl or not, I think I've ever seen.
it was up there.
Yeah, so go.
Okay. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. He's been to 7 Super Bowls. He's won 5 out of 7. Terry Bradshaw has won many Super Bowls. Joe Montana went undefeated in Super Bowls, but you have to give credit where credit due. Tom Brady came back from a 25-3 lead, and he came back and he won.
28-3.
28-3, yes.
So 25 points,
25
28-3,
yes.
yes.
And his mentality, his game face, he's like Michael Jordan. He did not give up. He's not a quitter. Same as Bill Belichick. They were calm through the whole thing, and they came back and won. So, congratulations to Tom Brady and the Patriots fans.
I hate to say this because I am a Niners fan, and I grew up basically in the Joe Montana era.
Yep.
He went 4 for 4 in Super Bowls.
Yes. Well, undefeated, yep.
And Tom Brady has gone 5 for 7.
Yep.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Okay.
I agree that Tom Brady now is the greatest quarterback I have ever seen in my lifetime.
Yes.
Are the Patriots the greatest team, dynasty, through the history of time right now?
I would say no.
What other team has won 5 out of 7 Super Bowls in this short period of time?
Okay, Super Bowl time, none. But if you go back in the history, you have the Cowboys,
Who've only won 5,
Pittsburgh,
who've won 6,
and 49ers.
who've won 5.
Right. So they're in that dynasty.
I agree.
Yes. But
I think Pittsburgh, because they've won 6 Super Bowls, they're up there, obviously.
yes.
But in such a short period of time,
Then
Pittsburgh
no.
won like
They made it to the Super Bowl in Green Bay.
yeah,
They
but
lost.
Pittsburgh won like back to back and then back to back.
Right.
They did. I think they did back to back twice.
Okay.
I believe. I could be completely wrong, which is fine. We'll probably hear that from friends and people who are going to comment on this.
Right.
So, yes, 6 is a great accomplishment,
Yes.
but 5 in 7 years,
Oh,
or
that's
5 in
absolutely-
7 football, they've gone to 7.
Yes.
Since when? How long has
Since
Brady
2000
been?
No.
How long has Brady been around?
Okay, so Tuck Rule was in 2000, I think, Tuck Rule.
Okay.
And then they've been up like probably 17 years?
That sounds about right. So
yeah, 17 years. I mean,
that's a lot of
yeah. It's
and he wasn't great. When was their first Super Bowl?
I think, yeah, 2002, the Tuck Rule. When they won, they beat up the Tuck Rule. That's when it happened. They won the first one against the Raiders. The Tuck Rule against the Raiders. It was a fumble. But that's when they won the first Super Bowl, was against us. And then they beat the Rams.
Well, that wasn't a Super Bowl.
Well, no, but they made it to the Super Bowl. And, yeah.
Yes, they made it. That was an AFC Championship game.
Yes. Which could have gone to the Super Bowl.
So Tom Brady, I just pulled it up right now. He's 39. He was. Doesn't even say here. This has so many stats for him. It doesn't. I can't find when he was. And we just have dead air now.
Oh,
All right.
that's okay. Good.
Drafted by the Patriots in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft.
199th overall.
Has been honored with 4 Super Bowl MVPs,
Yeah.
12 Pro Bowls, 5 Super Bowl champs.
You can
Just
beat that.
in a 2-time NFL Most Valuable Player, 2-time Offense Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year,
No.
and a bunch of other awards here.
and
I
thing
agree.
is,
He's the best ever.
He got suspended for 4 games, and he came back and won the Super Bowl, saying, "Fuck you, Walter Goodell. Give him my ring. I'm innocent. The Deflategate didn't do shit."
Well, I disagree with that whole deflate thing anyways. I mean,
They were blowing him out anyways.
that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, he's been around 17 years.
What?
But and the first time they went to the Super Bowl was in that 01 or 02 against when they beat you guys in the FC.
Yes.
So we're 16 years, 7 Super Bowls in 16 years.
Yeah, I'll give them.
It's basically one every out of 2.
Well, 1 every 4 years, pretty much.
Well, they've won. Well, it's 16 seasons.
Right.
He's been there 7 times. If you split that in half, it's that's 1 out of every 14 or half.
Right. Yeah.
So he's a little better than just under or just over a Super Bowl every 2 years.
Right, yeah. That's amazing.
That's a dynasty.
Yes, but let me say this. Let's say Tom Brady went to Cleveland or Oakland or Dallas. Do you think he would be a great quarterback as he is right now? Or do you think it's a New England Patriots system?
I had the same conversation on Sunday night at a bar after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And everybody's talking about how great Tom Brady is. And
System.
I said he is a great quarterback in a great system.
Yes, exactly.
Without Bill Belichick,
He wouldn't be the man he is.
he wouldn't be the man he is.
Yes, I agree.
Bill Belichick takes a lot of players that are ranked lower and were discarded by other teams and makes them play in his system in a certain way and they play for him.
Yes.
He gets the best out of an 80% player.
Yes. Yep.
A retired player.
Right.
And he's going to get the best out of Tom Brady.
Yep. The only bad mistake Bill Belichick did was when he signed Ted Ochocinco. He signed Randy Moss, went to the Super Bowl, it was good. Ochocinco, he get into the system, he was too cocky a little bit, in my opinion. Didn't fit the system, he got cut.
Agree.
So, Belichick is the man. He's like the Greg Popovich of football.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the list of great coaches of all time.
Yes.
In all sports.
Oh, yeah.
You bring up Popovich. I can bring up
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson is one another. Who's the old Laker coach back in my day that's down in Miami now?
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley, yep.
We can go baseball coaches that he's in. He can go with Joe Torre. He can go with any of these guys that are great coaches of all time. Right. Scotty Bowman for hockey. So, that's definitely. I agree. You made this statement last week on the podcast, and I was hesitant about crowning Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time. I completely agree. He is. After that performance, how could you not?
You can't.
I mean, it was. Like I said, it was one of the greatest games ever.
Yes. Now,
being at the bar I was at, watching it, and the crowd they were like maybe split 50-50 on Patriots fans, and I think a lot of anti-Patriots fans were there. I don't think there was a single Atlanta. I think there was one guy with an Atlanta jersey on.
Okay.
That it was mainly anti-Patriots people.
Right. Well,
I was cheering crazy for the Patriots towards the end of the game because I want a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted a good game.
Yeah.
My prediction was wrong of how they were going to score, and I thought it was going to be a close game. But I also said if Atlanta comes out early, it's going to be tough for the Patriots.
Yep.
Well, Atlanta came out early, and it was tough for the Patriots. That was a tough game to watch the first 3 quarters.
3 quarters, yeah. And then
because they went up 28 at the start of the third.
Yeah, and okay. Why didn't they won the ball? They put the same thing the Seahawks did. They didn't won the ball. They could have won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks. They could have won it, and that would have been over it.
Who's to second guess? Who knows?
Yeah, cocky. But it's just my opinion. Tom Brady's the greatest. I hate to say that. I'm the greatest fan, but give credit where credit's due. So that's my.
So then, also in the MVP award and the after party and the Super Bowl, apparently Tom Brady's jersey went missing.
Yes, Brady said, "My jersey's missing." Robert Kraft said, "You better check online." The Texas Rangers said, "We're gonna have a full investigation about that, see where the jersey is." So whoever has the jersey is a lucky man, but I would give it back to Tom Brady or sell it for a high price. What would you do?
I wouldn't take it to the first place. I heard this. I mean, I heard originally that the jersey was missing.
Okay.
I did hear something either early this morning on television or radio or something like that I was listening to, that maybe the jersey was actually in the equipment truck, and apparently the equipment truck hasn't made it back to New England yet, or wherever they play. Okay. I mean, New England, but it's I can't think. They're not right in Boston. They're outside Foxborough. They have their equipment truck hasn't made it back there yet. Right. Which this was yesterday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that morning. But he said he put it in his bag I've been in some professional locker rooms, and I've been in a professional football locker room.
Right.
Players come in, their jerseys get tossed off. It's stuff's strewn all over the place, and the equipment managers and their assistants, they're grabbing stuff up, and they usually throw everything into like a big laundry bin.
Okay.
But Brady himself said he put it in his own personal bag.
Right.
But personal bags also get mixed up. I mean, everything in there, it's like so chaotic, especially after a Super Bowl in the locker room. The champagne's flowing, different beers are flowing.
Yep.
This is the Patriots, so it's not just champagne and beer. It's there's probably high end liquor being thrown around that place. The amount of press in there, the amount of other people are in there. But yes, I could see how something like that could just end up. Maybe the equipment manager or somebody saw that in the bag and was like, "Oh, that needs to go in the laundry."
Right.
And nobody was thinking about it. So
that's true.
So with that said, I still think it can be, and I don't have the update right here. I just pulled it up, and it doesn't say anything about it being on the truck.
Right.
Hopefully, it's on the equipment truck.
Yes.
But yes, with the Texas Rangers, Houston Police Department, like they're looking for this thing.
Tom Brady also said that the ring is more valuable than the jersey. So, which is cool for him.
Yeah, but he wants his personal memorabilia.
No doubt.
That's for sure. You want that kind of stuff,
The greatest comeback of all time.
So
point lead. Yeah.
That was a great game. I think no matter where you watch that at, you had to have a good time watching it. If you stayed and watched the entire game, if you were like some people were like, "Oh, this game's a blowout. I'm done. I'm gonna go see what's on some other channel." I don't even know what I don't think I know what's on opposite the Super Bowl.
There was a basketball NBA.
Oh yeah, see, nobody watched that.
Games, yeah. Boston I think played. Well, the Celtics played and the Clippers, but other than that, whatever. But it was a good game, and I went to my friend. He's a Boston fan, so I sat with him at the ball, and he was ecstatic, happy as heck. So congratulations to them and all the Boston women because they are beautiful women, and so congrats to Tom Brady. Congrats to the Boston Patriots because on my Facebook people say Tom Brady's from California. Yes, he is, but he plays for the Patriots, and it's a whole team thing. So congrats to Boston.
Yes, it was a team effort for sure.
Yes.
All right, so now we're going to kind of transition into some politics right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff has happened. We didn't really get it. We got into some political stuff last week, but not a lot. So Trump is nominating his cabinet members.
Yes.
And
some people aren't happy at all.
People are going crazy with everybody that he's picking. I think in recent history, he is now the slowest cabinet nominees to get nominated. Like it's taken more time for confirmation hearings.
But yes.
And why is that? Like, why is there this delay? Why is there this?
I'll tell you why. Because the liberal media's on. Because the liberals are.
You.
Yes, me.
Okay.
Independent / liberal. I mean, to liberal. Yes. They don't want anything. They don't want them to succeed. They're doing the same thing that Barack Obama did when they tried to, Barack Obama tried to hire people and everything. They said, no. The liberals are doing the same thing to Donald Trump. It's bogus.
Well, you're saying that the Republicans did that to Barack Obama?
Yep.
They didn't, though.
Yeah, no. Oh, yes, they
not
did.
Not on this. Barack Obama already was, all his cabinet was confirmed within weeks.
Weeks, right. Okay.
Like within a couple of weeks.
Right.
Okay, and I don't think any of them was actually kicked out.
No one kicked out, but they...
And he also... And it's the same situation. See, when Barack Obama came into office, he had a fully Democrat-run House and Senate.
Yeah, yep.
Which is what Trump has now. He has a Republican-run. So things are going to get pushed through, no matter if it's a split vote or anything like that. It's going to get pushed through.
Thank you, Mike Pence.
It's the... No matter... So why with... Elizabeth Warren and getting up there and standing and making speeches and trying to block and they're doing sit-ins, the filibuster, they're staying overnight.
Yep.
When the vote comes to vote, they're going to get outvoted anyways.
Yes.
So it's just a waste. It's just slowing the system down.
Yes. It's time.
Why are we slowing the system down?
Honestly,
this is why Congress and the Senate have such low approval ratings because nothing gets done.
Yeah. And it's always been like that. And
yes, that's why we need a change. And I'm not saying Donald Trump is the change, but it's a change. And to change something up, to throw a different cog in the wheel, to switch gears is a good thing.
Okay, but let me say this. some people, even in his own cabinet members, disapprove of Donald Trump. They're saying, what is he doing? He's a madman. Secret Services, I read an article, a Secret Service member quit because he did not want to protect Donald Trump. I never read it in my life.
It was one woman that said she would not take a bullet for Donald Trump.
Yes.
And I don't know if she quit or was just reassigned somewhere.
Well, we don't know that yet.
So
okay.
That's one. It wasn't multiple people. And yes, people in his cabinet do disagree with him.
Yes.
But he also said, I'm picking people that have a different point of view because that's how you actually come together and make something happen.
But no one's coming together. That's the problem.
Because the Senate because they're delaying everything. We just now this week have Jeff Sessions as Attorney General. There's still a lot of other positions that haven't been confirmed yet at all.
Did Ben Carson get nominated yet? Is he confirmed?
Yeah, he was confirmed a while ago. That Housing Urban Development.
Yeah.
So there's some went right through, and some others have just taken forever.
Right.
And every other president has already had a full cabinet up and running previous to this time. I mean, we're now on the February
9th. And it's still like that.
So he's been in office since the 20th.
Yep.
This is the 9th, so that's 10 days. We're not even 20 days in.
Right. I think it's a payback, honestly, because
it is.
Yeah, it's not fair. As a liberal, it's not fair for that to happen, but it's just gonna keep on doing that, and that's not right. Do I agree with the things Donald Trump is doing? Some parts yes, some parts no, and we have to wait it out and give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he could be a good president. He might not be. He could be. Give him time. See what he does.
If everybody's scared that he's going to fail, why don't they just let him fail? Instead of delaying everything and making these roadblocks, why don't you just go, all right, these are the people you want? All right. Now, yes, they, in their minds, this is the benefit for the benefit of the country, and these people are wrong, these people are wrong. And I definitely have some things that I disagree with on some of his cabinet picks.
Right.
They wouldn't be mine.
Right.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be qualified for the job, anyways, as president.
Neither.
Well, you're not old enough.
Well, I'm. Yes, true. That's very true.
I don't. And I also don't know who would want that job. That's a crazy job to have.
Yeah, but the perks and benefits are awesome.
Yes. As well, if you're Bill Clinton, they're great.
Oh yeah. And JFK.
If you're Barack Obama, you get to play golf. I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
It's great.
And JFK, you get to bang a celebrity. But hey, it's all good.
Anyway, that's all, hearsay, right?
Yes.
Alleged.
I think it's confirmed, but whatever.
So, but I just don't, this whole thing with Elizabeth Warren, let's get into that
Okay, here we go.
So she makes this against Jeff Sessions for Attorney General. She's reading a statement from former Senator Ted Kennedy, who is dead.
Yes.
From Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King's wife, who is dead.
Yeah.
Reading letters that they wrote 30 years ago blocking Sessions from a federal judgeship.
Right.
So she basically said something in that statement that was not... I guess the rules are when you're debating in the Senate, you can't talk shit about each other, basically.
You can't.
You have to respect one another. You have to give each other time. You have to give each other the floor.
Yeah.
That's why they yield time. That's why they do this. They do that. And she basically said something that was an attack against a current sitting senator.
Yes.
So she got called out on a violation of a rule.
Right.
Is that wrong in itself?
Okay. No.
Okay, so we're done with this conversation.
We're done. But, okay. No, it's not. What she did, I hate to say this too, because I love Elizabeth Warren. She's a women's advocate. She is
Native American Indian.
Yes, yes. Whatever she feels like it. She's been vice president with Bernie Sanders 2020.
Bernie Sanders will not be alive in 2020.
She'll be 79 years old. He'll be fine. And
I believe it's 2024.
Depending how it goes. But what Elizabeth Warren said was wrong, but you shouldn't cut her from reading a quote from Martin Luther King's
Ex-wife, yes.
Ex-wife.
Wife. Just say wife. I don't know if they're ex.
Well,
I don't know if they got a divorce. I have no idea.
Yeah, so
Wife.
that
Posthumously. Yeah.
So that part was messed up. We should let her continue to speak, and read the quote, and then debate afterwards.
Do you know that the quote was still read by other people? Though?
Yes, my man Bernie Sanders did it the next day.
So, like 3 or 4 other people read the actual quote. Yep. So the problem wasn't the quote.
Right. It was
her putting that quote into the record wasn't the problem.
And
it was the language she used to describe a current senator. And it wasn't language that was in that quote.
Right.
It was actually a quote that she made from Ted Kennedy,
Yep.
from former Senator Ted Kennedy, about Sessions.
Yep.
It was a quote. I think that's where the translation was.
Now, well, listen to this. How come most of the media didn't pick up on that part? Like CNN, Fox News, they said, Elizabeth Warren got shut down because reading the quote, she got shut down.
Most of the media picked up that she got shut down reading Coretta Scott King's
but then to the whole story. Explain that to me.
Bias.
Yes. Oh, yes. Hardcore bias.
Media liberal bias.
Yes.
That's it.
That is. It's true.
So, go ahead.
Another good guy was I saw earlier today, Ricky Rubio. He actually stood up.
Little Rubio.
Yes, Little Rubio, Ricky Rubio, Florida Senate. He actually stood up for Elizabeth Warren and was saying that, if we can't come together and have debates, what's the point of doing this? And what I thought was really, really good, because we should be able to have debates. Like me and you, we disagree on things. Yeah. You know what? We still come together and have a balance. And that's what should happen. And if a majority wins, the majority wins.
I don't know if you said he stood up for Elizabeth Warren. I don't know if he stood up for Elizabeth Warren or is more like, let's all act like adults and just put away petty things that we're going to say about each other and just deal with issues. Come to you, like, here's the issue. This is my facts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. These are your facts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right, that you're coming from a certain ideology. I'm coming from a certain ideology. That are opposites. One's Republican, one's Democrat, one's liberal, one's socialist, one's whatever your different ideologies are. Let's find some common ground. Let's come together and negotiate this deal and pass this bill to the best of our ability as an entire, for the country as a whole.
Yes.
The problem with politics, and I think what his speech was really good about, is there's a team aspect now that has become political. Okay. Political has become team sports. You are a Raiders fan. Yeah. I'm a 49ers fan. But say who's the Raiders' worst enemy?
San Diego Chargers.
In here, okay. Or Denver or Kansas City, yes. Or any other team in the NFL.
Right.
So your worst, like San Diego Chargers, Raiders, when they play each other, the fans are fighting in the stands. Yep. They're fighting in the parking lots. They get in fights in bars. All that kind of crazy stuff. It's my team only. F your team. We don't need them. You guys are worthless. Right. Politics doesn't need to be that. If you split politics 50-50 down the line as a Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal ideology, nothing's ever going to get done. And this has been this way for a long time.
Yes, it has.
This is why our Senate and Congress is stagnant. Yep. This is why nothing is getting done. When one side is in power for 8 years, the other side bitches and complains and tries to block things they do. And then it switches back now to the other side. So our last elections, we went Bill Clinton 8 years. Yep. We went George Bush, 43 for 8 years. Barack Obama for 8 years. And now we're going to have Trump for probably maybe a year.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. I
hope
I want him to do well.
Yes.
He wasn't my choice.
No.
Actually, I didn't have a choice that was on the list.
Really?
I didn't see any candidate that was really qualified for what I want and what my ideals are.
Okay.
I am definitely more libertarian.
Okay.
And Gary Johnson went off the rails. So yes, I think the high altitude of climbing Mount Everest a couple times and smoking a little bit too much weed got Gary Johnson he was like a fish out of water. You'd see his interviews, and he just looked. I was like, man, that's my libertarian viewpoint. That's our representative.
He didn't know anything.
He didn't. He was very limited. He does know a lot of things, but it's a very limited scale of things. So compared to that, I want Trump to do well. I want the best for this country. Yeah. He is our president. He is a commander-in-chief.
Respect him.
I want his administration, just like as I wanted Obama's administration to do well.
Right.
And all right, if this is the direction you're going to take the country, do it in a positive way and make sure don't alienate other people.
Right.
Is Donald Trump alienating people? Yes, definitely.
He is.
But are people also alienated just because he's Donald Trump and just because he's a Republican? Or is he really alienating people? Is it just the team sports of, I'm a Raiders fan, I'm against all Chargers fans, I'm a Republican, I'm against all Democrats, I'm a Democrat, I'm against all Republicans. Why don't people come together? And because nobody wins. In a sports game, that's fine. You have a winner and a loser, and you have an overall record.
Right.
That's fine. Politics is you have an entire country of people that are affected by policy and change and things like that.
Yeah.
If it's team aspect, you can't get anything done.
No. I agree 100%. I also think, though, but we should have a common ground, and hopefully Trump does good. Do I think he's making the best decisions? Some yes, some no. But, he's our president, and in 4 years, hopefully we'll change, if we vote for somebody else, we vote for somebody else. So hopefully he does good. So Donald Trump, I'm praying for you. America, we're praying for you.
Yeah, 'cause let's come together. And I've made this point before. Let's come together on issues that we can actually agree on, and you build common ground, and you come up from there.
Yes.
I've traveled to many different countries,
Right.
many different states, met a bunch of different people. You know what brings people together? Food, music, just the love of your family. Yeah, good alcohol, good food, just coming together, listening to good music, hanging out. There are some common grounds out there. Henry Rollins said something a long time ago that I remember. You know who Henry Rollins. Okay, so Henry Rollins said something a long time ago, and I don't know if it was just a special or something. He was talking about like the Palestinians and Israelites and stuff like that, and he says they have this wall. He goes, what we need to take is we need to just throw some great music over the wall. Let them listen to the Ramones. Let them listen to some other good music. And be like, hey, they're going to listen to that music and go, wow, this is pretty good stuff. Let's now come together and talk about the music we just heard, and what do you think about it? What do you think about it? And I've always had that in my mind. I heard that 20-something years ago probably from him. And it's a very true statement. Yeah. Let's talk about good food. Let's bring some food together, have a meal together, break bread, have a beer, have a shot of whiskey, have some tequila, and move on and, talk about it. So speaking of music, which we did, we're supposed to talk about music. It's one of our topics on the podcast. We didn't get into it at all last week.
No.
But this week we're getting into it because you have a story here about this suicide silence.
Yeah, so Suicide Silence is a band from Riverside, the heavy metal band. They're still all one of my favorite bands, I guess, but when the original lead singer passed away in a motorcycle accident, they replaced a new singer from a band called All Shall Perish. The lead singer right now, his name is Eddie. And Suicide Silence right now is making a new album. Now, a lot of fans do not like this new album because the lead singer, Doris, is a bunch of screamo, techno, kind of like Deftones. It's not the original Suicide Silence.
The music's changed. The music's changed.
And so now the fans are actually doing a petition for them not to release the album because in most of the fans' opinions, they say it sucks really bad. My opinion is that, you know what? Music is changing and that they should release the album. Even Eddie, the lead singer, said, look, music is changing and this is what direction we're going into. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. And so, personally, I think that they should release the album and hopefully it does well. They've been on tour for a while. They had a song with Jonathan Davis called Witness to Addiction and it was a really good song. Anyways.
All right, so the singer died. Yep. They replaced the singer. The band came together, chose a new singer together, and said, basically, all right, this is our new guy. And the band agreed that this was going to be the new singer, and this is the direction they're going to go.
Yeah.
And the fans, some fans, not all, I mean, this could be, a story gains traction now if there's 3 retweets or something like that. So who knows? So this is now, it's still free market. If you don't like it, don't buy it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So, but to start a petition of don't release this album,
it's sad.
What if another person's like, wow, this is a cool new band to me now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, this is what we're talking about. Discourse in music and be like, all right, what do you don't like about it? What do you like about it?
Yeah.
And we'll move on. But I've never heard of this band.
They're a really good band, and they're doing a autograph signing. I think in March or late February at Amoeba Records on Sunset Boulevard.
Yes.
They're doing an autograph signing. So if you guys are Suicide Silence fans, you should go out there and get your autograph and buy the new CD.
Or don't.
It's
your choice. You either do or don't.
Yeah.
That's what's great. See? We can do this or we could not do it.
Exactly.
All right. So speaking of music, this weekend is
the Grammys.
Which
a lot of big celebrities won't be showing up.
You sent me this link earlier in the week about Drake is on tour in France or something like that, or London or somewhere. I forget where it said. And then also
Bieber.
This guy Justin Bieber, I don't know who that is, and Kanye West.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't really know who he is either.
Right.
No, I actually know who Justin Bieber. Obviously, you'd have to know who that is. And Kanye West, and I've heard of Drake. But this other guy, Frank Ocean, I have no idea who that guy is.
No, he's a rapper. He's a pretty good rapper. I'm not gonna lie. He's cool. I don't know why. He got nominated for a lot of things. So.
Well, apparently he didn't though. The story was talking about how Kanye West was basically protesting because Frank Ocean wasn't going to be in there or something like that. Because Frank Ocean has been public about his decision to sit out this year's Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
And I guess he didn't even file for his songs to be nominated.
Right.
So but here's the thing. I've never watched the Grammys.
Me either.
I think what was there when they originally did a metal category? Jethro Tull won for best metal band.
Okay. Oh, right, back in the day. But yeah.
We're talking. I mean, it was up against the Black Album for Metallica.
Yeah.
So if the Black Album Metallica is not best metal album of that year, which is what 87, 88, 89, somewhere in there, and Jethro Tull wins, the Grammys have a problem.
Yes.
This is the same thing like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a popularity contest. Yep. There's a lot of bullshit, and so what if Drake and other people aren't going to be there? There's still a lot of people who are going to be at this thing. I was reading, where was this at? Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, this Ocean guy said this is his Colin Kaepernick moment. He was quoted saying that.
Yeah.
Ocean's Blonde wasn't nominated, but the artist's own by the artist's own doing. He did not submit it for award consideration out of protest against the Recording Academy failing to properly award young black artists, calling this his Colin Kaepernick moment.
Now, as a black man, that's bullcrap. You always have to put race involved. That's stupid. Get over it, okay? If you're a good musician, you get nominated. If you don't.
I have nothing to say about being a black man, so all right. So this guy's got a lot of songs. It looks like it's been around a couple years, maybe. Mm-hmm. Had an album in 2012 and 2016. This Blondie album.
He was discovered by Tyler, the Creator, and he's also a big time rapper. And so he found Frank Ocean, and they did music together back probably 2 years ago. So that's how he got discovered.
So all right, well, and then also in Grammy news is after the Super Bowl we had Lady Gaga halftime, which was a great halftime show. It was really great. I was sitting there with a girl that I know, and she made the statement. The girlfriend of mine that not girlfriend but just girl. She said that she goes, "Oh, I wonder if she's going to do something political." Mm-hmm. Well, maybe she kind of did with her.
This land is your land.
This land is your land.
Yeah.
Was so. I mean, maybe it's subtle, maybe it's not, but it wasn't just a speech. She didn't grab the mic, stop everything, and go, fuck Trump, and he's a fascist, anti-gay, KK. She didn't do some
like
crazy
stuff.
She didn't do something crazy up there. She just played her songs, did her thing, and moved on. It was a great halftime. I'm not a Lady Gaga fan. I mean, I've heard her songs, obviously, but she's a great performer.
No, really talented.
She's a very talented performer. Dancing around, singing. She was obviously not lip syncing. Right. She was entertaining. I mean, that was like, wow. I could see if I had a young daughter or somebody that was, a sibling or somebody that was into her music. Oh yeah, go to her concert because that's a show.
That's a
The best show I've ever seen in my life was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
Not a big fan of his music.
Okay.
I mean, I like I've have a few of his songs on my workout playlist and stuff like that. But I saw him at an Ozfest, and it was the greatest show I've ever seen as a showman, as a performer.
Yep.
And then the next year, I saw it was when who was that band that talking about bands and singers dying? Did Drowning Pool? Is there a singer?
Yes.
Died.
Dave.
Okay. So yeah, when their singer died, they were on Ozfest that year. And the last they missed the last 3 or 4 shows.
Right.
This is from memory, so that if I'm wrong, don't send emails.
Okay.
So
name is Dave.
I went to Ozfest that year.
Okay.
It was probably my 4th or 5th Ozfest in a row. And instead, because Drowning Pool got bumped from the card, obviously, didn't have a singer, Rob Zombie came out and did an extra set. And he was it was the year before, a couple years before, I remember seeing Marilyn Manson with this amazing stage show, awesome pyrotechnics, water, big giant curtain behind him. He floated up above the stage on a podium. I mean, he was just performance art, going back to Alice Cooper and other things, and Kiss with the makeup, which I'm not a fan of, but just
Kiss. Kiss is a good band.
Oh, we can get a whole thing. I don't like the Beatles either. We really want to get into some stuff.
Maybe
We only have enough. We only have about a few minutes left here. So, but yeah, we can get into that, and we can do a whole hour of music and why I don't like the Beatles.
Okay.
But Rob, so from Marilyn Manson, this great show and performance, to Rob Zombie, who just came out and was like, I don't have anything. I'm just going to perform. And he just rocked. He just came out like, here I am with a mic. Here's my band. We're going to sing our songs together and have a good time. And that was also great. Then the Lady Gaga thing is she's a performer. I mean, you can't take anything away from her.
Entertainer.
So that was
great.
I was fully that was amazing.
Yes. And she didn't give me political things, which is good. And she did her thing. It was great.
It was great.
One of the best halftime shows I've ever seen.
It's one of the first halftime shows I can actually say I enjoyed.
Yes.
Now, normally I don't go out to a bar to watch the Super Bowl.
Right.
I stay at home, have people over, go to a friend's house. So if usually halftime, I'm getting up, getting beers, making drinks, cooking something on the barbecue. Right. Like the whole Janet Jackson. Was it Janet Jackson?
Janet
no.
Jackson,
it was
Timberlake.
Yeah, that
nipple sip thing.
I missed that because I was out in the back barbecuing. I had tri-tips on and I was barbecuing and everybody goes, "Oh my gosh, what just happened?" And I don't think I was I don't think the DVR was recording, so I couldn't it was I had to wait, and then search the internet for this stupid picture of something that you couldn't even see anything anyway. It was that was all much ado about nothing.
Think of the thing, 8th grade, 7th grade, and that happened. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. Janet Jackson nipples. Sweet.
That might have been the first nipple you ever saw.
No, I've seen plenty of that.
Well, at 8 years old? 8th grade?
7th grade, 8th grade.
Well, all right. Wow, you got an early start. After last week's conversation, you've heard some flack about that. So I won't get into it.
Bad, but whatever.
So also we have, so the Grammys are this Sunday.
Yep.
I won't watch, so I won't know if any of these people showed up after all or not.
I probably won't watch either.
But Metallica and Lady Gaga are going to perform together at the Grammys.
Now, see, that to me is going to be an interesting thing. I am not a Metallica fan. I like some of their songs.
How dare you?
Oh, Slayer's way better. But anyways, hopefully it will be maybe controversial, because Lady Gaga and Metallica are controversial back in the day. Hopefully it's a good show. I think it's going to be a good show. It's going to be something different, something we haven't expected before, like One DMC and Anthrax.
Yes. I don't think it's going to be on that level.
Yeah. But
we're not getting body count out of this thing. Okay.
Hey, body count's a good
It's
band.
not going to be,
Ice-T
and I don't
good
think it's
band.
going to be. What's that? Who am I thinking of? Damn it. I wanted to say Blue Eyed Peas, but I know it's Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas.
Blue Eyed Peas. What the? That's a new band. It's the cover band of the Black Eyed Peas. They're called the Blue Eyed Peas. No, the Black Eyed Peas. I saw them at a U2 concert. They were the opening act.
Shit. Okay.
For U2, and Slash came out and performed with them.
Oh, nice.
And I know like Slash and Fergie, I guess, have done some other collaboration things. But that was one of the first times I ever saw it.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, them coming out and playing some songs together is amazing. Lady Gaga and Metallica might be the greatest thing since the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes.
So who knows? It may be I mean, it's a week later, and she's gonna have.
Right.
She might have 2 awesome performances in a week. She's starting off 2017 maybe on a very strong foot.
Yes.
So more power to her. I mean, she's a great entertainer.
And she is the Madonna of this generation, in my opinion.
True. I mean, yeah. Okay.
I gotta say that she's a great entertainer. She's great. I have to say that. I give her props. Gotta credit what credit's due. Gotta pay homage to her.
For sure. I think she is, and I think she's even more. I think she's better talented, actually. I think she's more talented, not better talented. She's more talented.
Yeah.
So let's move on. We have also this Sunday. We have a few minutes left. One of the other things we were going to talk about is TV and music, or we talked about music. We talked about some politics. We covered some sports. The other thing we're going to talk about on this podcast is television, movies, things like that. So this Sunday is the return. It's the second half season because they break these seasons up like this to drive me crazy. But we have The Walking Dead is coming back on Sunday, which will be the 11th or 12th? The 12th.
12th, yeah, February 12th, yes.
So February 12th, the new season of The Walking Dead is coming out.
9 p.m., 6 o'clock.
Yeah, check your local listings. Let's just do that. Just DVR it like I do and watch it later and fast forward through the commercials.
Or go to Pomona Bar, the Metro Ale House, and watch it over there.
Oh, you can go there. You can go watch it with Brandon over at the Ale House in Pomona. Yeah. There's a plug. I hope we're getting paid for them now.
Oh,
all right. So The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Are we excited about the next half of the season?
I'm excited because I read the comics, and once they introduced my man, Negan, I was happy. And Negan is doing shit, okay? He's putting everybody in line. He's going to do some crazy shit. He made Dill like a little bitch, but then he escaped, and, he's with Rick now, and Rick's a bitch in my opinion, because you have to have Michonne give him a motivational speech.
I remember a year or so ago you wanted Carl to die.
Yes,
a long time ago.
He still needs to die because he's annoying. Him and Michonne need to die. I'll be happy if Negan kills both of them or one of them.
So you just want the Negan show.
Yes.
You want none of the other cast members. You just want it for you. Walking Dead starts at season 5 or 6?
Season 5, yes. Negan got it done. He had order. He protected everybody, and he had consequences. Now, and he made Rick like a bitch. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry.
Rick has a family.
He had a son. That's it. His wife cheated with Shane, had a baby with her.
It's still his... He's raising it as his daughter. It's raising it as his daughter.
It's not his daughter, though.
So if you're saying that people who are adopted aren't really the kids of their adopted parents? You're saying that there's no love among adopted families? Yes, what are you saying now? I thought you were a liberal. I thought everybody was supposed to come together and be tolerant. You just said that adopted kids are not truly loved by their... Is that what you said?
No, I did not say that. Okay.
So you're saying that he can't have love for his wife's other child?
He can, and he did. Which
he raised it as his own daughter. It's his daughter.
Yes. Just like Gisele Bündchen being Tom Brady's unknown daughter. Okay? Same thing. But, anyway, back to Negan. Okay, Negan got shit done. He has order. He has stability. He's just freaking awesome. He's a leader.
He's the Donald Trump. He's a Donald Trump of The Walking Dead.
He is not that's the governor, not Negan.
No.
Okay. No. Oh yes. But what do you think? Walking Dead. Okay, I'm happy Negan's back. Rick is gonna probably fight him. Something. I don't know what's gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be crazy. There's a lot of different storylines right now that are coming together.
Ezekiel. He's a cool character.
Yes,
I like him and the tiger.
Character,
that's badass.
The Ezekiel character is going to be... I hope they don't rush his development and just be like, oh, he's just badass now. He's going to fight and fight somebody or take over something. I want that to be more of a... I want to get more background on him. Yes. I hope they do that.
And you know what's cool about, when the last season of The Walking Dead, I liked how Maggie paid tribute to, rest in peace, Glenn. By wearing the baseball hats and everything, the little small stuff you see, that typically Glenn, that's cool. I like how they reinforced that and saying, he's still with us.
So is Maggie's taking over the hilltop, though, right?
Yes.
She's completely going to...
Yep.
I think everybody
That's her
agrees on
thing.
that.
Yes.
She will be... it's going to be like...
Her and Jesus and Tanya?
Yeah.
The other black chick? Yeah.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Yeah, the other black chick. Sasha. That's her name. Sasha.
Once again, that's emails to Brandon at...
BMO888.
No, don't say it. No. We don't. You'll get crazy emails from people from all over the world. So yeah, this is. I'm excited for it. I watched The Walking Dead. I think I came in a couple seasons late, and I binge watched them.
Yep, that's what I did.
And I wish I could binge watch all of it now because I did the same thing like Game of Thrones. I came in late on that series, and I binge watched like the first 3 or 4 seasons or whatever it is. And now I'm waiting. Now you got to wait 9 months before a new episode.
Yeah. See, I watched Game of Thrones. I watched probably the last 5 episodes. I mean, it's good dialogue. It's cool. And then I like the character Ramsey. Like, Ramsey, he gets shit done. I had no background of what he did, which I found out later. It was like, but yeah.
Don't give away spoilers.
Well, anyways, Ramsey was a cool guy, and
Oh, he said was. Uh-oh.
Oh, whatever.
Uh-oh, he said Ramsey was a cool guy.
Okay, you know what?
I just said don't give away spoilers, and then Ramsey was a cool guy.
What?
All right.
Whatever.
Ramsey was also adopted in a way. Did his father not love him? Just like Rick can't love his daughter?
His daughter? Okay, no, I don't saw 5 episodes, so I don't know. But then there's this. What can happen to Eugene? Negan has him. What things happen to him?
I think Eugene has proven himself throughout the series to be a little whiny little bitch, but actually
he comes through.
He does kind of come through in certain areas, and Negan with his big compound that we kind of got a glimpse of, Eugene will end up making ammunition or doing something like that for Negan. He will be put to work.
Right.
He may even get some, concubine wife in, that little, whatever they got going on there.
Yeah.
Negan's character can't last.
I hope he does.
He will for probably this season or so, but that type of character on that type of show is not going. We've already been through this.
Right.
We've led up to it. Like you said, the governor earlier, we've had little things here, little things there of these tyrant type people.
Right.
And that won't last. It won't last the series. So, but yeah, it's still exciting to see. I can't wait for the new Walking Dead.
Do you think? One last question for Walking Dead. Do you think Negan had an influence on Rick?
Does Negan have an influence on Rick in the end? Of course he does.
Okay.
Because Rick learns and adapts to situations and goes, all right, we almost got taken over. We almost lost all of our loved ones. They're going to lose more, obviously. Rick is going to adapt and learn and be like, all right, this is the type of leader I was. This is the type of leader that Negan is. We need to adapt some of that into our type of society to make it a better society so we're not attacked like this again from somebody else next.
I agree with you 100%.
Rick has evolved each time through the seasons, and he's learned each time. Yep. So it's kind of a yes. He's gonna adapt for sure.
Cool.
Will he be walking around with a baseball bat and barbed wire on it? Cracking skulls.
He had the gun.
No,
he had a stupid gun.
Yeah, I know his little 6-shooter.
Yeah,
his little Smith & Wesson Python or whatever it was, 357.
And then calling a stupid cowboy hat, which I hope to God he dies.
His one-eyed cowboy hat and one eye.
Let him die this season.
You want a little child to die.
Dude, he's escaped death 20 times. He got shot in the chest, survives. Gets his eye blown out of the socket, survives.
So Eugene is a survivor, but Carl is a little what now?
He's a little bitch.
All right.
Half the things, the reason why they got into this mess is because of Carl. That's all I have to say. If you watch
Carl started. You heard it here first. Carl started the zombie apocalypse.
Yep. If you watch the episode by episode, you will see a connection.
Carl started the whole thing. It's all Carl's fault.
Yep.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to die.
That's some new. Wow. The other black girl, right?
Yes.
All right.
Well, we have Sasu. She's black too. She's cool.
Well, I'm using your words. Not
Yeah.
These aren't my words.
I know.
I didn't. The 40-something-year-old white guy didn't say the other black girl. I just want to make that clear.
Okay. I said.
And I didn't say that adopted kids are not loved. Those are also not my quotes. They are all Brandon's quotes. These are not mine. And I'm the libertarian, conservative, Republican. You know, want Trump to do well, and he's the Bernie Sanders supporter.
Liberal, independent. Yes.
Wow.
We're good.
Once again, the left, the tolerance of the left is you're only tolerant if it's what you agree with.
Yeah,
Huh. All
that's
right.
what we do.
So that's about it. We only about 4 minutes left on this thing.
All right.
What do we have coming up? You mentioned
Couple of concerts coming up actually. Jimmy Eat World and Incubus are playing. I think in April at the Staples Center, and Deftones and Rise Against are playing in July 7th in San Diego, and July 6th in Concord, California. So it's a good band if you like those.
also one of my favorite bands, Social Distortion, will be at the House of Blues in Anaheim on February 28th or 29th, and then I don't know how many days we have this year, and March 1st. I think it's 28. I think we have 28 days this year. Yes. Oh yeah, it's election year, so it's 28 days in February this year.
Yeah. Black History Month.
And March 1st. So I think it's the 28th and March 1st. Social Distortion will be celebrating the end of Black History Month with Social Distortion at the House of Blues in Anaheim. The refurbished House of Blues in Anaheim now.
Yep.
Also, you mentioned in a week from this Sunday, which we'll probably talk about next week, leading into it, is the NBA All-Star Game.
Yes.
Which you will take the lead on that because I am not a basketball fan.
Okay. Well, Damian Lillard, he's from the Portland Trailblazers. He's a point guard.
Oh, you're dropping some knowledge now.
Yes, okay.
Dropping the name game.
He's been nominated for the All-Stars like past 4 years, and he was this close of getting it, and he didn't get nominated again. 4 years in a row, he didn't get nominated. It's kind of sad and kind of funny at the same time because he's doing these commercials saying, you know, with these old NBA celebrities.
He's the Susan Lucci of basketball.
Yes, with no ring yet. And he might get a ring. But anyways, long and short is that he didn't make the All-Stars, and All-Stars is February 19th in New Orleans, I think.
I didn't look it up.
Okay.
I saw that it was the 19th. I didn't see where it was at.
I think it's New Orleans. We're not sure yet, but
Which is the home of the Pelicans, which is crazy. Last time I think I actually watched basketball, I think the Jazz were still in New Orleans.
Okay.
And then they moved to Utah.
Okay.
There's a lot of new teams. I didn't know there was a Bobcats a while ago.
Charlotte Bobcats, yeah.
The Hornets, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know they existed.
Well,
and the Pelicans were new.
Yep.
The Thunder, I guess, used to be the Supersonics.
Okay, see.
There was a lot of basketball teams I didn't know existed. We were watching a game a year ago, and I saw Bobcats, and I'm like, who are the hell are the Bobcats? The Pelicans?
Yeah.
Who are the Pelicans? What sport are we watching? What league is this? Anyway, so also next Tuesday, February 14th, happens to be Valentine's Day. Now, I don't have a Valentine. I don't believe Brandon does either.
I don't either.
But this is a very important Valentine's Day this year. It is a Valentine's Day that happens to land on Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
So this may be the most important Valentine's Day of, every
all time.
6, 7, 8 years, however that rotation works.
Right.
So yes, Taco Tuesday and Valentine's Day, there's nothing more important than that.
Yes.
In my mind. I will be celebrating Taco Tuesday, not Valentine's Day.
Yes, same here.
Also, we have today we're recording this on February the 9th, Thursday.
Yeah.
I'd like to say happy birthday to Brandon.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, February 10th, will be your birthday.
Yep.
You will be 28 or 29? 29 years old tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So you have a happy birthday tomorrow.
Yep.
And once again, I think we had another good podcast, and I'm happy to do it with you, man.
Good. No, thank you.
As always, man.
Always.
Take it easy.
All right, this is Brandon.
And I'm John.
And we're signing off.
HardHeaded Productions Podcast.
Yes, sir.